Muy buenas a todos, bienvenidos una vez más a VilliGame y estamos en un nuevo juego llamado Slay the Princess, The Pristine Cut. Bueno, pues como el título lo dice, hay que matar a la princesa. Bueno, pues vamos a ver qué es lo que sale. Me encanta el mouse, está chido. Capítulo 1, el héroe y la princesa.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ok, bueno, es una novela gráfica, así que va a haber mucha lectura. Así que vamos allá. Muy bien. ¿El fin del mundo? ¿De qué hablas?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Pero, ¿cómo? Es que una princesa que está encerrada en un sótano puede acabar con el mundo.
Linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Ok. ¿Tienes alguna forma de probar eso?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
¿No has pensado que tal vez la única razón por la que quieres acabar con por la que quiere acabar con el mundo es porque la encerraron?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
A ver, hermano, por favor, te me calmas, ¿eh?
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Pero matar a una princesa estaría mal, ¿no crees?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
¿No puede hacerlo alguien más?
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Ok. Ok, y si le digo que no puede... A ver, dice, olvídalo, no pienso hacerlo. ¿No has pensado que tal vez a mí me agrada la idea de que se acabe el mundo? ¿Recibiré alguna recompensa por esto? Mira, iré a la cabaña a hablar con ella, y si es tan malo como dices, quizás considere aniquilarla, pero no me comprometo a nada hasta que haya tenido la oportunidad de conocerla cara a cara. De acuerdo, me convenciste, acabemos con esto. Bien, gracias por decirme qué hacer. Continuar en silencio hacia la cabaña. Dar media vuelta e irte. Ok, vamos a ponerle, olvídalo, no pienso hacerlo.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
¿No has pensado que tal vez a mí me agrada la idea de que acabe con el mundo?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
¿Recibiré alguna recompensa por hacerlo?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
¿Puedes decirme cuál será mi premio por hacer un buen trabajo?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
No me la creo, hermano. A ver, mira, iré a la cabaña a hablar con ella y si es tan mala como dices, quizás considere aniquilarla. Pero no me comprometo a nada hasta que haya tenido la oportunidad de conocerla cara a cara.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Ok. Vamos a hablar con ella, ¿no?
The short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Qué bonito está, ¿eh? O sea, me gusta mucho el arte, la verdad.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Entré en la cabaña.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
A ver, está muy sospechoso el asunto, ¿no? ¿Por qué me mandan a mí? 1, 2, ¿por qué está encerrada en una cabaña, en el sótano de una cabaña alejada de todo el mundo? 3, ¿por qué solamente hay una mesa con una daga? Ok, tengo muchas preguntas. Explorar, tomar la daga. Nah, vamos a entrar al sótano, no voy a tomar la daga. Dijimos que vamos a hablar con ella primero.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Ay. El aire que percibe es denso y húmedo, percibes el hedor de podredumbre de la madera antigua. Si la princesa realmente tiene que vivir aquí, aniquilarla sería hacerle un favor.
Voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
No creo. Se oye muy dulce el asunto, ¿no?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Solo vine a ver cómo es. A ver, puedo contestarle: hola, solo vine a ver cómo estás. Estoy aquí para salvarte. Mentir, estoy aquí para salvarte. Hola, creo que estoy aquí para aniquilarte. Continuar bajando las escaleras. Vamos a ser amables. Hola.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Ok, tenemos el permiso para bajar las escaleras. Ojo.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Ok. Esta es la princesa. Está atada solamente de una mano. La otra parece que está rota.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone?
Justo es lo que iba a pensar.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
A ver, esperar. Espera, primero tenemos que hablar o veré qué puedo hacer. Examinar las cadenas. A ver, todavía no hemos hablado con ella. Vamos a hablar primero con ella, ¿no? Espera, primero tenemos que hablar.
Okay.
La princesa, ¿eh? ¿Cómo te llamas? Sí, primero, no, hay que ser educados. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Oh.
Incomodidad.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Ok.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Entonces te llamas princesa. Evita la pregunta, ¿eh? Ojo importante.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
A ver, espérate, el narrador está muy desesperado, ¿no? No sé nada sobre ti. Por lo que tengo entendido, estás encerrada aquí por una razón. Sí, soy la primera persona que has visto en tanto tiempo que has estado comiendo o bebiendo. Eso es importantísimo.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Sí, justo, ¿no? Debe de comer algo. A ver, no sé nada sobre ti, por lo que tengo entendido, estás encerrada aquí por una razón.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
¿Esa razón es?
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
A ver, le puedo decir, me enviaron aquí para aniquilarte y aparentemente vas a destruir el mundo, pero... A ver, tenemos también la opción de ya hacer una acción, ¿no? O sea, estos de aquí arriba abren como diálogo. Entonces, ¿qué harás si te dejo ir?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Inténtalo. No decir nada y volver arriba a buscar la daga. Nah, lo siento, pero no puedo confiar en ti. A ver, lo siento, pero no puedo confiar en ti. Eso no me cuadra y no puedo arriesgarme a creerte y posiblemente condenar al mundo entero. Buscar la daga. Nah, no puedo creer que te hayan dejado encerrada en estas condiciones. Voy a sacarte de aquí y examinar las cadenas. De acuerdo, te sacaré de aquí. No hagas que me arrepienta. Examinar las cadenas. Ok, tenemos dos posibilidades. Vamos a seguir explorando. Entonces, me enviaron a aniquilarte. Aparentemente vas a destruir el mundo. No me querías de todos modos. Pero no creo que realmente seas peligrosa. Pero quería verte con mis propios ojos. Todavía no sé qué creer. Empiezo a creer que es verdad. Hay algo en ti que no se siente del todo bien. A ver, yo personalmente le diría, pero no creo que realmente seas peligrosa. Más bien como que no sabe. Me tiene desconfianza. ¿Vale? Entonces, para que se abra, para que tenga esa confianza, le voy a decir, pero no creo que realmente seas peligrosa.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Buena pregunta.
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Me dijeron lo suficiente. Esperaba que tú me lo dijeras. No, pero sé que tendrán sus razones para no revelarme esa información. No, por eso no creo que realmente seas peligrosa. Esta es buena. No, por eso no creo que realmente seas peligrosa.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
A ver, narrador, por favor, relájate, ¿eh?
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
Antes de irnos tengo un par de preguntas más. ¿Le puedo preguntar más cosas? ¿O confiamos directamente en ella? A ver, ya se abrió. O sea, ya sabe que nosotros le creemos. ¿Podemos abrir una nueva conversación con más preguntas?
There's going to be plenty of time to chat after I'm free, but okay. What do you want to know?
No voy a matarte, pero tampoco voy a liberarte. Es demasiado arriesgado. ¿Qué te parece si ya te hago compañía un rato y quizás así todos estaremos felices? Voy a mantenerte encerrado aquí abajo, al menos por un rato. Podemos conocernos mejor mientras decido qué voy a hacer y mantenerla encerrada. Lo siento, pero no puedo confiar en ti. Esto no me cuadra y no puedo arriesgarme a creerme y posiblemente condenar al mundo entero. Buscar la daga, no decir más y volver arriba a buscar la daga. No puedo creer que te hayan dejado encerrada en estas condiciones. Voy a sacarte de aquí, examinar las cadenas. De acuerdo, te sacaré de aquí. No hagas que me arrepienta. Vamos a ser caballerosos. No puedo creer que te hayan dejado encerrada en estas condiciones. Voy a sacarte de aquí. Examinamos las cadenas.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
A ver, narrador, por favor. Me mandaron a mí, no me dijeron cuál iba a ser mi recompensa y simplemente me dijeron que la matara. Me parece muy extraño, la verdad.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Esa es la voz del narrador, del héroe,
Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Tiene un buen punto, la verdad. Y si la llave ya no está, ¿tienes alguna otra idea? Revisaré arriba, quizás la llave siga por ahí. Y si no, tal vez pueda encontrar algo más que te ayude a liberarte.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Había alguien más aquí, ¿verdad?
Is someone else here?
Justo. Explorar. Oye, déjame salir de aquí, explorar, tratar de abrir la puerta, volver a bajar las escaleras. Tratar de abrir la puerta.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Oye, déjame salir de aquí.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Pues volver a bajar las escaleras.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Justo, más sencillo para
Easier
quién.
for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Es posible.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she
Ostras.
rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Nah, vamos a rescatarla.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
¿Por qué la voy a liberar? Porque el acto que hizo es de desesperación. O sea, está desesperada por salir. Oigan, ¿ya vieron las manos de nuestro protagonista? Son como garras, ¿no? Qué fuerte.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Eso es raro, la verdad.
No, she didn't.
Por cierto, el mouse cambió. Miren, es una mini daguita. ¿Ya vieron?
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Hombre, si quisiera acabar con el mundo, pues me uno a ella, la verdad. Acércate a la puerta cerrada.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
¿Cómo?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Me está forzando a hacerlo.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Aniquilar a la princesa, aniquilar a la princesa, aniquilar a la princesa. No tenemos más opciones. Aniquilar, aniquilar a la princesa, aniquilar a la princesa, aniquilar a la princesa. No tenemos más opción. No puede ser. No. Debe advertirle.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Aniquilar, aniquilar, debe de haber otro. No la quiero matar. Resistirte.
Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Esa es la voz interna de nuestro personaje.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife,
Ostras, qué
your
fuerte, ¿no?
legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this. Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Capítulo 2, la damisela. Bueno, pues estuvo muy guapo el juego, ¿no?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Esto ya lo habíamos visto. O sea, volvimos al principio.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Tengo una horrible sensación de déjà vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
La voz del enamorado. O sea, a ver, entiendo yo. Tenemos 3 voces. Antes teníamos 2 voces, la del narrador y la del héroe. Ahora tenemos una tercera que es la voz del enamorado. Supongo que por las acciones que hice antes, ¿no?
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the 4 of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Un migajero.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Pero esto es algo más que solo un déjà vu. Siento que todo esto acaba de suceder.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Supongamos que digo la verdad y que todo esto en realidad ya sucedió. ¿Por qué debería escucharte? ¿Por qué debería molestarme en hacer algo al respecto?
Those are 2 very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
A ver, sí hubo una consecuencia de que el narrador me obligara a matarla y por ende la princesa me matara a mí, ¿no?
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Esa es una buena pregunta.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Esa es una segunda muy buena pregunta.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
No, esa parte no es tan importante.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Estoy de acuerdo con ello. Voy a encontrar una forma de sacarla de esa cabaña. Hablemos de esta princesa. A ver, vamos a hablar de la princesa. La única razón por la que pudo matarme la última vez es porque dejé que lo hiciera. Apenas podía sostener un cuchillo. ¿Cómo se supone que acabará con el mundo? ¿Quién la encerró en ese sótano? ¿Qué es ese lugar?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Si hubo gente que la encerró, ¿por qué no la aniquilaron? Porque esto es mi responsabilidad.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
No creo.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Justo.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
Muy extraño, ¿no? No me estás contando todo. ¿Qué me estás ocultando?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
Aunque vamos a decirle que la única razón por la que pudo matarme la última vez es porque dejé que lo hiciera. Apenas podía sostener un cuchillo. ¿Cómo se supone que acabará con el mundo?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world. Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Es todo.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Estoy de acuerdo con ello. Voy a encontrar una forma de sacarla de esa cabaña.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Yo digo que le hagamos caso al enamorado, ¿no? Ir a la cabaña.
A warning before you go any further.
Ajá.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Nah, vamos a rescatarla. Yo digo que la rescatemos, sinceramente. No tengo motivo para matarla.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Cambió de interior.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No dijiste nada sobre el espejo en la pared.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Pero hay un espejo ahí.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
¿Por qué mentiría sobre eso? ¿Con qué finalidad? Quiero verme, quiero ver lo apuesto que soy. No importa, permanece en silencio y acercarse al espejo. ¿Por qué mentiría sobre eso? ¿Con qué finalidad?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Esta cabaña es muy diferente a la última.
Very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Acercarse al espejo.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Limpiar el espejo.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Tomar la daga. Entrar al sótano del tirón. No voy a tomar la daga otra vez.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Hermano, está muy diferente al último, ¿no?
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
A ver, es muy diferente. Bueno, físicamente, bueno, el vestido es diferente, ¿no? El que tenía.
We're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
La voz del enamorado es un migajero durísimo, hermano.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
No dijo eso.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Sí.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Sí. La última vez me mataste y me dolió mucho. ¿Por qué lo hiciste? No traje un cuchillo. ¿Tengo que cortarte de nuevo? ¿Qué pasó después de que morí? Necesito saber. ¿Destruiste el mundo después de que me mataste? Lamento lo que sucedió la última vez. El narrador que me envió para matarte se apoderó de mi cuerpo. Fue muy injusto. Rescatar a la princesa sin decir nada. No, la última vez me mataste y me dolió. No. Te voy a preguntar qué pasó después de que morí.
You died, and now we're talking.
Hermano, por favor. La chica más obvia, ¿no? La última vez que me mataste sí me dolió mucho. ¿Por qué lo hiciste?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
A ver, el narrador hasta cierto punto tiene razón. No traje un cuchillo. Tengo que cortarte de nuevo.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
De hecho,
She
es
didn't
muy
care
raro.
last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Smile,
No, you're
angel.
right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
A ver, el narrador está... Es que no la quiero matar, sinceramente. Pero antes de que comenzáramos a hablar, ¿se acabó el mundo? ¿Destruiste el mundo? Lamento lo que sucedió la última vez. Nah. Pero antes de que comenzáramos a hablar, ¿se acabó el mundo? ¿Destruiste el mundo?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, no quiero que el mundo se acabe. La destrucción del mundo me es indiferente. Sinceramente, el mundo es una basura. La gente es una plaga y espero que desates una ruina lenta y dolorosa sobre todos ellos. Bueno, vamos a decirle que no quiero que el mundo se acabe.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Not so sure.
Lamento lo que sucedió la última vez. El narrador que me envió para matarte se apoderó de mi cuerpo y fue muy injusto.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Estoy de acuerdo con lo que dice el enamorado. Rescatar a la princesa.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Tengo dos voces peleando en mi mente, literalmente.
You wouldn't.
Ostras, eso es una amenaza, ¿eh?
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Ok, o sea, en todo momento se pudo haber liberado ella.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Salir de aquí, ¿no? ¿Qué quieres hacer? No, nos vamos ahora y tenemos toda nuestra vida por delante para averiguar qué queremos hacer después. ¿Qué quieres
Let me
hacer?
guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before. I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Quiero que me digas qué quieres tú. Tienes que querer algo. ¿Quieres destruir el mundo? Solo quiero irme de aquí. Podemos decidir el resto luego. A ver, quiero que me diga qué quiere
I just want to
ella.
make you happy.
Ostras, que esas palabras duelen durísimo, ¿eh?
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Tienes que querer algo.
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Pero, ¿qué te haría feliz?
I just want to make you happy.
Ostras.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Bueno, definitivamente aquí está pasando algo y tengo mucho miedo. Y si no hacemos nada, y si solo nos quedamos aquí, nadie sale herido y encontramos una forma de ser felices juntos.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
Oh, at least she's normal again. Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? She's distraught. This is unacceptable. But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she?
No puede sentirse, dice, por tener que quedarse con nosotros.
No, it has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be... As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that. Oh, but I do. What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us.
¿Va a hacer lo que creo que va a hacer? ¿Se va a arrancar el corazón?
Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever. You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
Oh no, what are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider. And yet, it's done, isn't it? It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch.
Me acaba de dar un escalofrío.
Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room. Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something. It's beautiful.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Epílogo, felices para siempre.
You're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin.
Me encanta.
Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time. Not that he was eager to divulge that.
Escéptico. La voz del escéptico.
Right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome! Can't say I'm happy to be here. Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes?
Yes. Pero... ¿ya vieron las ventanas? O sea, están con la forma de la princesa que se supone que debemos de matar. Es decir, considerando a otra realidad diferente. Aunque estoy seguro de que, puesto que han recorrido tanto, eso ya lo sabían, ¿cierto? Sí.
Telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one?
¿Dónde está el otro?
The other one?
El enamorado, ¿no?
Yeah. A certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might even say, absent. Oh, you're right. It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time.
Una voz adicional a vez. Solamente puede haber 3. El del narrador, el del héroe y uno extra.
Bonus voice? I'm just as important as you are. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my 3rd time here and it's your 1st. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're definitely bonus.
Es un adicional.
I'm going to describe the room now. The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicolored glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room.
Claro, es un palacio digno de la realeza, al final dice.
There isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
Esto no es bueno. ¿Acaso importa si la daga está aquí? No la usamos la última vez. Y la vez pasada la usó ella para matarnos.
I see your point, but it's still an option that's been taken away from us. I don't like losing options. Yes, and it's an important one. It's your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. And the fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right. But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do?
Buen punto.
I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
Ok, por lo que veo, ninguno de ustedes mencionará el espejo, ¿cierto? Pero ¿dónde está el espejo? Yo no lo veo.
Oh, I see it. I've just been preoccupied with everything else going on. Like the fact that we can rip our own heart out without deciding that's what we're going to do. Is that what happened to you last time? How did that even work? You better not do it again.
Sí, sería bueno no hacerlo de nuevo.
Lucky for you, the one who did it is the one who's gone.
Sí, porque fue el enamorado el que nos obligó a hacerlo.
Wonderful. Moving on, I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement. You said that last time too, but that hasn't stopped it from showing up again. Or moving. Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk over there?
Pero ¿dónde está el espejo? Yo no veo el espejo. ¿Cuál es el espejo? Esta es la mesa. ¿Esto es el espejo? Sí, ¿verdad? Acercarse al espejo.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. What is this about that supposed mirror? Just reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle.
Ah, ok. Esto es el espejo. Pensé que era la puerta para el sótano.
Well, shall we have a look at ourselves? Maybe it won't go away this time.
Estirar la mano hacia
You
adelante.
reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle. Figures. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet.
Ok, ahora ir al sótano vamos a... como al cuarto,
If the
¿no?
princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature.
Es que, a ver, entiendo que el guión del juego es matarla, pero llegados a este punto ya no importa, ¿no?
Am I the only one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature? That is precisely why she poses a threat. I don't know, she got weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change that. We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning. No, you can't just say that and not... Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
Ostras, parece como decepcionada,
As
¿no?
much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice. That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay? And don't eat the food.
El escéptico dice que no pruebe la comida. Ojo ahí, ¿eh?
This hall, like the one below, is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance.
Hay algo
The
atrás.
many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room, the princess seated at its far end.
Todos los ojos de Tela se miran entre sí y sus miradas evitan la extensa mesa que ocupa el centro de la sala en cuyos extremos está sentada la
Your pristine
princesa.
blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck.
Ah, ella trae la daga, pensé que era un colgante.
So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy. Isn't that suspiciously easy? There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
¿Será capaz ella de modificar la realidad? Técnicamente no está destruyendo el mundo, está alterando la realidad, ¿no?
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
¿Qué es este lugar? ¿Qué se supone que haremos ahora? Cuando subí a las escaleras mencionaste una cena. Hombre, empezar a comer... Sí, ¿no?
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
Flames burn bright and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Remember what I said.
El escéptico dice que no coma, pero yo voy a confiar en ella.
Oh, but it looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you sure we need to be so concerned? I'm not sure about anything, and that's the problem.
Estoy con el escéptico.
For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. But nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
El narrador así de ya, me vale lo que quieran hacer, háganlo, ¿no? Comer.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels. This really is perfect, isn't it? It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
A shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid before you.
No estamos comiendo nada, ¿verdad?
The food is good. Again. You tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already, and then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
Es que no hay comida. La sombra está poniendo ahí. Es como una ilusión. Estoy casi seguro de que debe ser una ilusión.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again. The meat is fine, the bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal.
That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending down.
We're just getting a little sick of it. So what? We just have to try something new. I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal forever. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast. And again you eat.
Sí, yo creo que esto es una ilusión.
The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I am so tired of eating. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
I'm so tired of this.
As the words
Ostras.
leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not.
Tal vez son como las 4 oportunidades que tenemos para convencerla. O sea, ¿se está hartando de nosotros? ¿O es la expresión de nosotros o la intuición de nosotros hacia ella?
As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
¿Qué acaba de ocurrir? Hiciste que se apagara la antorcha. No creo que hayas hecho algo malo, simplemente dijiste lo que querías decir. Es solo una antorcha, no te preocupes, y todavía hay mucha luz. ¿Qué es este lugar? O sea, estos 3 serían como la continuación de lo que empezamos con la comida, ¿no? No creo que hayas hecho algo malo, simplemente dijiste lo que querías decir.
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
De que él se enoje conmigo, ¿quién es él? Dijiste él, ¿quién es él?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
It all makes sense now. It's him, isn't it? He's making all of this happen. He's the one who's trapped us here. Who? The lovesick one, the one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now.
Acabo de sacar un logro que dice, descifra el... ¿Quién es la sombra? Es el enamorado. Oye, enamorado, hablabas mucho la última vez, ¿ya no tienes nada que decir?
Smitten?
Enamorado.
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response.
No, I saw him smile. That's him.
Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
He says his words are just for me, but he wants me to ask. Isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do? He says he's tired. I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
¿Qué es este lugar?
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
Bueno, ya comimos. ¿Qué se supone que haremos ahora?
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game. Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game. Its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted from? That's the real game. And
You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just something to do. We might as well try to have some fun. You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
La calidad de la confianza en la frialdad del engaño. Y luego el punto culminante cuando ella mueve la última pieza. Es que está raro el audio porque en español supongo que no cabe toda la frase o todo el diálogo. Entonces te lo divide, se termina el diálogo y pasa la segunda parte del párrafo. Durete, pero bien, está bien.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
Duro.
And so you start over.
O sea, se vuelve como una vida monótona, ¿no?
Time passes. You play the game. You win. Hey! Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
It's never going to stay fun.
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again. The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew. And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination.
A ver, esto es durísimo, hermanos.
Winning and losing become nothing but ends. And even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish. Till finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
Se apaga otra antorcha. Mientras las palabras salen de la boca de la princesa, se apaga otra antorcha. Una vez más, las llamas restantes comienzan a arder con más fuerza y la sombra empieza a moverse más rápido.
I'm happy, I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This is awful.
Está haciendo lo que el enamorado dice.
I think we all know that we're not happy. We just have to admit it to ourselves.
Es solo una antorcha, no te preocupes, todavía hay mucha luz. Este lugar no está bien, debemos apagar todas las demás, debemos de deshacernos de esta sombra. ¿De verdad eres feliz aquí? Bueno, entonces ya comimos, ya jugamos un juego, ¿y ahora qué? O sea, podemos obligar a que se apaguen las demás antorchas. ¿De verdad eres feliz aquí?
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes! Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
Necesitamos saber la verdad. Sé sincera y dime cómo te sientes.
I don't feel anything.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
¿Qué crees que sucederá? No te preocupes por lo que pueda llegar a ocurrir. Si pudieras hacer cualquier cosa en este mundo, ¿qué sería? ¿Qué es lo que tú elegirías?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
Claro, es que se está quedando porque le dijimos al final de la segunda parte que queríamos quedarnos aquí con ella.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
Claro, por eso está haciendo eso.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
Me siento vacío, entonces se terminó. ¿Por qué estás llorando? ¿Estás bien? Bueno, esto es una mierda. Puedes abrir los ojos si quieres. Sigo aquí, ¿sabes? No cambió nada, solo estamos en la oscuridad. Lo lamento. Siento que todo esto es mi culpa. Aniquilar a la princesa, no decir nada. A ver, desde este punto, ya que ya entiendo toda la situación, entonces le vamos a preguntar si está bien.
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
No, it feels like an important part of me is gone. But I'm still here. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how I'm supposed to pick up the pieces.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
Qué bonita se ve, hermano. Claro que sí, creo que nunca dejaré de preocuparme por ti. Lo que sea que pasamos juntos no fue real. Esto sí es real. No sé si alguna vez me preocupé por ti, pero quizás ahora sí pueda. No estoy seguro de haber tenido la oportunidad de descubrir qué es lo que siento por ti. Solo sé que siempre quise irme, desde el primer momento en que aparecí en el bosque. Nah, claro que sí, creo que nunca dejaré de preocuparme por ti.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I still care about you, too, so maybe this wasn't all bad. But I don't think this place is for us anymore. I think we need to go.
Ofrecerle tu mano.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold, a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt.
Ay, qué bonito. Está temblando por los
You're
nervios.
offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
It does if he's telling the truth.
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
It really was just all meaningless blather then, wasn't it?
Think what you will. I'm done fighting.
Oh,
You
nos
and the
dejó solos
princess
el
don't
narrador.
exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he?
Se fue el narrador. Se acabó su mundo de él.
Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more strings. I guess we're free.
The stars are so beautiful.
Te invade un momento de tranquilidad, un silencio reconfortante.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
Tira de ti suavemente y ambos comienzan a danzar con elegancia. El único ritmo que los guía es el de sus corazones, que laten al mismo tiempo. Su cara demacrada y fatigada se ilumina mientras más rápido te mueves, y tu sonrisa suave y tristona se agranda cada vez más hasta que solo refleja un cariño genuino. Con tus brazos estirados al máximo, la haces girar mientras la sostienes delicadamente de las manos. Comparten una mirada que parece eterna.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
What? Comparte un baile con tu final feliz. Pero no tienes oportunidad de responderle. Algo se la llevó y dejó otra cosa en su
She's
lugar.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
No sé a dónde se fue ni cómo podríamos encontrarla. Creo que tengo que mirar el espejo, acercarse al espejo. Ok. Yo creo que lo vamos a dejar por aquí. Llevamos 1 hora 20, hermano. Qué guapísimo está el juego. Voy a guardar. Voy a guardar aquí. Y lo seguimos en el siguiente video. Yo creo que... ¡Ay, Dios mío! Me está gustando mucho este juego. Me está gustando muchísimo. Vamos hilando las cosas. Bueno, pues espero que les haya gustado. Porque a mí me está encantando. Así que espero que les haya gustado. De ser así, ya saben, su like, su comentario, qué opinan del juego, quieren que lo sigamos jugando. Yo estoy muy intrigado por lo que está pasando en este momento, así que los estaré leyendo en los comentarios. Pues cuídense mucho y nos vemos en un próximo episodio. Madre mía, el ruido que genera esta sala. Dios santo bendito.